Okay, Manny just called me and told me to read this. The person that posted his name, I love winter. Please read the top review. This is cinema. Okay, let's look at the product first. We were just watching us some Star Trek. Looking at graduation gowns because we graduated, boy. Rip Van wafers. That looks delicious. Okay. Top review says, there's my Star Trek. We was watching some. I'm really struggling as to what to rate this Rip Van Keto wafers. On one hand, I could give a 5-star because they were really good. Amazing taste if you want a low carb, low sugar snack after a meal or whatnot. On the other hand, I could rate them a 1-star due to the fact that I am only 53 years old and I soiled my shorts 3 times because of these delicious wafers. I ordered vanilla and lemon. As a kid, my mom always bought the pink, yellow, and chocolate wafer cookies. I love them, but they are all sugar. So I was so happy when I saw these. They arrived quickly and in good condition, and honestly, the price was great compared to the other keto snacks I looked at. The first day they arrived, I could not wait to have my wafer cookie after... Sorry, I got distracted by email. The first day they arrived, I could not wait to have my wafer cookie after supper. I opted for the vanilla wafer, and it tasted so good. Finally, a snack that was low in sugar and tastes great. I'm working in an office with a lot of people. So the next day off to work I went. I had no pain or discomfort, but I noticed that I could not take 2 steps without letting out some gas. No big deal. I got to work and it got worse. If I moved, I farted. They were becoming more frequent, louder, and the stench was so bad people started to ask if a sewer line was backed up. There There was a sewer line backed up. Mine. It was getting so bad that I could not make it to the copy machine. So I sat and sat and sat till the big hand hit 12 and the little hand hit 5. I waited until most people cleared out and began to walk to my car. It doesn't say my car. I began to walk to me car. Again, I had no pain and no discomfort. I was just a gas blowing machine with no end in sight. As the second shift came to work and walked through the office before I left, I could hear people say, "What is that smell?" It was rotten to the core, and the sad part is, it was me. When I hit the outside air, I finally realized how rotten the stench was because the fresh air never felt so good. So another day at the office, and I have had bad gas before, so I had not pinned it down to the ripped wafers. So on day 2 after supper, I broke into the lemon. They tasted more amazing than vanilla, so I had 2. Little did I know my life was about to change the next day. My stomach hurt a little bit, but nothing terrible. In the morning, I had to go to the bathroom twice before I showered. I felt better, so I showered and off to work I went. I park always away from the door because it is fall, the mornings are crisp, and the walk is so good. I got out of my vehicle and I was halfway across the parking lot to the door and I had a weird sensation. I had just filled my pants. There was no warning, no pregame, nothing. I just kept walking to the front door trying to think of the next move. I reached to my backside to check and it felt like a baseball in my shorts. I went straight to the restroom and got into the large stall. I cleaned and wiped and then buried my underwear in the bottom of the trash. Whew, all good. I work in a large facility, so I started to walk to my desk. Why didn't they go home? And it hit me again, like a punch from Mike Tyson. I filled my pants again, but this time I had no underwear on. I sat in my cubicle and I was in shock. My pants were full and I was scared to get up. What if it falls out of my pant leg? Hey, yo. So I sat on that cow patty until lunch. Oh my god. I made it out safely and got home once again. Oh my god. Alright, my tears are burning. That was crazy. Okay. So I sat on that cow patty until lunch. I made it out safely and I got home once again, clean up and put on new clothes. I felt good. I crapped my pants twice, but I felt good and I never missed work, so I went back. I finished the day, went home, and had supper, and yep, you guessed it, I had a wafer after supper. Thank goodness the weekend was here. Saturday came and I got up early to run to the gas station, and when I was going to the car wash, I made it to the gas station. I went inside to pay and grab a few items. As I walked to the register, it happened again. I stood there and the cashier said, "Sir, are you okay?" I just stood there and I looked over at her and I said, "Yes, I will be fine. But I'm going to leave these items here because I have to deal with an emergency." As I drove home, I thought, what has changed? The light bulb went on and I thought it could be those tasty little wafers. I consumed a large amount of water to clean my guts out. After the third filling of my pants, I knew it was them. I threw them in the trash. The gas continued for the weekend, but Monday I felt good and normal. I lost about 5 pounds, so that was a good thing too. So you decide for yourself. You can lose weight and detox your system. I would advise you to stay home while you do so. Nobody was hurt. Nobody knew I was the broken sewer system at work. Rip wafers. I shall never... Oh my God. Rip wafers. I shall never come near you again. I will give them a 5. Maybe it was just my system, and you might be able to eat them freely without the hell I dealt with. Best wishes. Hey, yo. That's crazy.